PDX Radio, it's your boy Big Rap. We are in the building today with my guy, man. Tell him who you are, man.
Hey, what's happening? It's your boy Bobby Barrz, 2 R's, 1 Z. Don't get it twisted.
Bobby, what's been popping with you, man?
Man, you know what's happening. Just out here in the Pacific Northwest doing these shows, man, putting out these music and really getting it in.
Yeah, so let the people know where you from and where you represent.
Yeah, man. Originally from Seattle, you know, but I've been in Washington my entire life. So it's Pacific Northwest to the death, you feel me?
Yeah.
You know, throughout my life, migrated all the way to Vancouver, right on the border of Portland, Oregon, and just across the bridge. And, man, I've been there for like 12, 13 years now. And bought a house when I was 25 out there, man. Was really working in the mill, just getting it in, and, you know, got a new job a little bit after that.
Yeah.
Just finally, you know, met some homies and got into the music shit, got my own studio like you doing, man. Now we right here.
Yeah. So I noticed that your music spans various genres. And how do you blend the different styles? Like, what's your process in picking what style that you want to choose when you do your songs?
Man, I'm not playing no character, man. So it's not really like what accent am I finna use.
Yeah.
You know, it's more like how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, if I can't freestyle or, you know, feel an emotion or put myself into some type of atmosphere or like see some type of beginning of something, is next beat.
Yeah. So I've noticed that you've had a strategic approach to releasing your music. Can you share with me the kind of strategy that you've had and like how do you do your timing and stuff like that?
Yeah, man. So 2024 really tried me, but I was prepared and I was ready for whatever came my way. So, you know, I had I would say total 11 tracks that I personally distributed and released, and a cool like 8 to 10 that I featured on.
Yeah.
And most all of them were singles. I had one 4-track EP that I dropped at the end of the year with Sugar Mandela called Beyond State Lines.
Yeah.
It's a Pacific Northwest thing, you dig?
Yeah.
And, you know, I was really just trying to, you know, show everybody my versatility, but at that same rate, if I would have held on to them songs any longer, they never would have been finished.
Hey, I've been there, done that.
So sometimes you got to just like let them know what time it is. And I have this playlist on every platform called Bobby Barrz Essentials. And from the very first song to the most recent is all on there. It's an hour and 58 minutes or something right now. And it's got, you can see the growth. And to be honest, I think that's one of the better things is I get to see my own growth.
Yeah.
So the strategy to putting out all this music was like, I had all these singles and I do got a lot of projects coming too, but I'm like, you know what? Instead of just, cause I'll be working too. So I ain't got all the time to like test all these songs.
Yeah.
And I know like the industry talk, like we should be testing this music first and then putting it out. And I'll be testing it at like my open mics and in person and stuff.
Yeah.
And things that I host. And sometimes at shows, you know, I'll do songs that are not out yet because I can make my own show mix and shit, things like that.
Yeah.
And see how people react and know what song to drop.
Yeah.
But at that same rate, it's like, you know what? I'm going to let them tell me what song they rocking with. So I put out, you know, other than the 4-track project, the rest of them were all singles. And all those singles are also still going on projects that are coming early this year.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ones you rocking with the most, and also because I want some familiarity.
Yeah.
Right? So even if it's something they not rocking with, they're like, all right, I like, because there ain't nothing in my catalog that they not going to like.
Yeah.
But it might not be their favorite song, right? It might not be their favorite beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Might not be their favorite subject matter, but they familiar with it, like, oh, he did his thing, and it's on there. It's going to be on all the EPs I got going on. So I say I got one with martial law coming out called Calculated Risk.
Okay.
Okay. And that one's coming later this year, but that one's 9 tracks. So you guys haven't had any singles from that yet. We do have a single out called Me Mug, which is one that I put out.
Okay.
Personally, but we decided to take it off the EP because it just wasn't the exact same vibe as everything else.
Exactly.
Right? But people love it as a single by itself. Sometimes you get songs where people like, man, I want a whole album of that.
Yeah.
You know, or the reaction says that. Right? Like, I want an album of that. So I go ahead and piece up. So my first single of 2024 was Riding Around the City.
Yep.
Riding Around the City is going on the next EP I'm going to talk about, which is called Capital Gains.
Yeah.
Which is going to be an EP that's just myself, and the only other 2 people pretty much who are going to be featured is JC Banco and my little brother, Quick. And both of them, so JC Banco produces most all my music. He's my business partner. Day one, he's my dog. So we are Big Bet Creative House Studios.
Okay.
So he does all the merch.
Shout out to JC.
You know what I mean? And a lot of the production. I do some of the production, and we outsource some of that as well, along with the mixing and mastering. So shout out to 11 Studios in Vancouver, Washington. But yeah, so Capital Gains, that's going to be mainly just like, I'm going to probably be doing most of the hooks, but Riding Around the City was my first song in March of 2024, and that one is going on that EP.
Yeah.
Along with one song that was dropped in 23 and like 7 other tracks.
So let me ask you, how do collaborations play an influence in your music?
Collaborations play a decent part in influence, I guess, not as much as influence as like, so I collaborate to get a song done.
Yeah.
It's not always that I'm influenced, but at that same rate, like some songs when they like is bar heavy for sure, and you got multiple verses, like who wouldn't want that constructive competition?
Right.
Who wouldn't?
Right.
Like I expect you to try to, you know what I mean, bar all the way out.
Exactly.
Knowing that I'm gonna bar all the way out.
Exactly. Look, my brother told me back in the day when I first started rapping, he told me, he's like, look, when you get on the track, you want to rap like you are the hardest nigga in the world. Pause. You want to rap like you can out rap anybody that's on the track with you. And if everybody raps with that same rate and everybody has that same mind frame coming into the song, you're going to come out with a super dope song either way.
At the end of the song, you don't want nobody to say like, bro killed bro. You know what I mean? You don't want nobody to say, who had the better verse? You want it to be a hard decision.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm on a song and like, I think being able to like know someone else is going to go like as crazy as you gonna go makes you go as crazy as you gonna go.
Yeah.
You know, and that I guess that competition just kind of like elevates it in a way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like an unspoken type of thing, but even if it's spoken, it's like, cause you better do what you gonna do. Cause what I'm not gonna do is let you do your thing on my track and make them forget about what I did. So they're gonna remember me regardless. And I want you to be remembered too, but you better come with the energy.
So look, have you ever had a verse, somebody send you a verse and it'd be like crickets?
Yeah. I either up the price or back out.
Hey,
yeah.
I've had verses sent to me that were like,
man,
really not up to scale. So let me ask you, like among your tracks, Bob's Kids, With Hempin', Celebration, which one holds significance to you and why?
I mean, I would say they all hold a certain significance.
Yeah.
And so I guess I'll summarize each of them real quick because I ain't finna pick. So, Bob's Kids was the last song of the EP I got with Swiggle called Beyond State Lines.
Yeah.
And that track right there was the epitome of timing is everything.
Yeah.
So, I was on live. I saw the homie struggle on live. He was rapping and singing and riffing while on his acoustic guitar playing damn near the same riff that was on that beat. My 2 verses was done. The hook was done. I was literally going to go home and send that shit to mixing and mastering because I'd be outsourcing that just so I can get more shit done. And I was like, man, I got something for you, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, how much for a feature? He goes, man, no one ever asked me that before. I was like, man, if I could get that feature by 5 o'clock, I'll give you $100.
Yeah.
Blah, just off rip. Bro slid through, did his verse. I was like, hey, what do you think about maybe doing like some riffs on the hook? He did some riffs on the hook. I'm like, man, dude, what do you think about doing that shit on the whole song? He did it on all 3 verses, his verse included. Killed it, did his motherfucking thing. And if I wouldn't have been on live, if I wouldn't have took the initiative, and if he wouldn't have been ready, or if he wouldn't have been in between jobs, I think he was in between jobs for like a week.
Yeah.
With that 1 week, I happened to catch bro on live and
that's crazy.
doing that same shit. That's what I'm saying. He's been back to the grind since then.
Yeah.
To the point where he probably wouldn't have been available to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So it just happened, and sometimes you gotta just let shit happen.
Yeah, you do.
Don't let your motherfucking ego and all this other shit get in the way. You gotta let shit happen because there's a plan that even if it is written, you don't have the luxury of seeing it yet.
Yeah.
But sometimes the writing's on the wall. And you got to learn when to just, take advantage of certain opportunities. And even if it isn't productive, the chance that it could have been is worth more than anything because, I didn't have to get on that live and hit bro up and say anything.
Nah, you didn't.
I could have just hit him later and said, bro, that was a cool riff. I got a song like that. Instead, I was like, man, not only is it called Bob's Kids, and obviously mainly because of the content of the hook, but because the whole vibe of the beat and everything is kind of, reggaeton a little bit. Not reggaeton, I say reggae, and then just kind of Jamaican sounding. And then I was like, man, at that same rate, I kind of felt weird having a Jamaican sounding song without a Jamaican cat.
Right.
But the fact that it all worked out, it worked out. So, like I said, epitome of perfect timing, blow. So that one means a lot because there was lessons learned, but also knowledge earned.
So let me ask you, if you can give a piece of advice to an artist right now, brand new artist, fresh out the box, what would be that piece of advice that you would give them?
Man, I would say brand new artists, like, don't worry about the business yet. Worry about honing in your sound and being marketable.
Yeah.
So, like, without a body of work, there ain't no business to be had. Without, some people, they first whatever, but like, if within your first 5 songs, if something go crazy, what you gonna back it up with?
Right.
You don't have a process yet. You don't exactly have your sound dialed in. And then you might get boxed into some shit you don't even like.
Right.
So be you, stay true, and not only endure it, actually don't endure it. Fuck enduring it. Enjoy the process.
Enjoy the fucking process.
Enjoy the process.
So what has been your most favorite performance to date so far?
Man.
Out of all the shows you've done.
Man. That's a tough one. I got a favorite performance, and I think one of them. So I did a showcase called the Northwest Best.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it in 24, but in 23 was the Northwest Best, and we're bringing it back in 25. So that's some announcements to be announced. But we had some people at my open mic. They came and auditioned / competed.
Yeah.
For the remaining open like 5 or 6 slots.
Uh-huh.
And like I had Cool Nuts as a judge, Swiggle was a judge. I ended up having 2 competitions for that one show.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to like build it up like that. And to be honest, my performance solo, because I did 3 solo songs in a row, then I did 3 songs with features.
Oh, okay.
And every time the last 3 songs, each song, more and more people came out on the stage and more people came out to the crowd. And it was like, and then I ended it with a solo song.
Yeah.
So I did like 7 tracks, either 6 or 7. And the very last one, I usually end it with a song called Real As It Gets. And, that's a crowd favorite for sure. That's one of them ones that you get people from all demographics, people from all walks of life singing back. You know what I mean? And they ain't even got to know all the words. Like, they could just, lay down the punches and all that. Like, I could even throw the mic out like this, and everybody would say it and sing it back with me. Whether they is or not, I'm still going to keep rock. But I put the mic down for a second and soaked it in.
Yeah.
So that's why it was probably one of my more favorite, because that was, I think, a turning point in me really like showing myself and the people who came to support what I could really do.
Yeah.
And they also showed me that they appreciated it.
So let me ask you, where do you see Bobby Barrz in the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, I mean, I don't know exactly where I see myself, but I would say that I know for sure that I'm going to be on every screen, every platform, and I'm going to continue to do everything that I do. So, it's hard to say that because I don't know what the next platform finna be. I don't know what the next, like, nigga, this could be on the radar.
So, say that. Say that.
You feel me? Like, right here. I'm going to be right here.
Say that.
I'm going to be right here.
Come on with it.
You feel me? Right where I'm fucking at, because I'm where I'm supposed to be. You feel me?
Say that. Look.
Hey,
y'all niggas, give it up for Bobby Barrz one more time, man. Hey, let the people know where they can find you at, fam.
Yo, it's Bobby Barrz, 2 R's, 1 Z. On all platforms, so it's Bobby_Barrz. You know what it is. I ain't gonna lie, I was put off guard. I wanted to sing on that. I ain't gonna lie.
wanted to sing on it.
Hey, it's different because all the music I ever made, I created the hook, but more times than not, I outsource it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I do the reference, I record the reference, I be in there trying to hit riffs and singing and everything, but you know what I mean? I let the singing niggas do singing. And it's Bobby Barrz, not Bobby Melodies, but I definitely get all that down. When it comes to bars, man, I speak truth, I speak it real, and I'm a firm believer in if you live in life, you ain't never gonna run out of content.
Say that.
You know what I mean? Like, we could freestyle all day, lyric exercise, do all that. But when it comes to really putting it down, man, if you think you better than me at being me, you out your damn mind.
Hey, tell him, Bobby.
You hear me?
Tell him, Bobby, what you not gonna do.
I'm your grandmama's favorite rapper.
Let him know what you not gonna do.
Your mama's mama.
My nigga Bobby Barrz, man. I appreciate you for rocking with me. I appreciate you coming out, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's your boy Big Rap, man. New Music Monday, man. We out this motherfucker.
Appreciate you, man.
Let's go.